I wasn't trying to read his messages. I wasn't suspicious. I wasn't looking for anything. But one text, one sentence, was enough to make me realize I never really knew the man sleeping next to me. We had been together for 6 years. Not the kind of love that burns fast, but the kind that settles, quiet, predictable, comfortable. Daniel was calm, reliable, the man people described as a good husband. We shared groceries, weekend routines, inside jokes that only worked between us. Nothing dramatic, nothing loud. And that's why I trusted him. I trusted the way he kissed my forehead before work, the way he texted me when he landed for business trips, the way he said my name, like it belonged there. I never checked his phone, never asked questions that felt unnecessary. Trust, I believed, was built on not needing proof. It was an ordinary night. Daniel was in the shower. His phone was on the counter, buzzing. I glanced at it without thinking. One notification, from a name I recognized. I still think about that night. My stomach tightened. I told myself it was nothing, a joke, a memory, a misunderstanding. But my hand had already reached for the phone. One message thread, just a few lines. Enough.
I miss how easy it felt with you. Sometimes I wonder what would have happened if we hadn't stopped. Don't worry, she doesn't know.
I read it 3 times. My chest felt hollow, like something had been removed without pain, and I hadn't noticed until it was gone. She wasn't a stranger. She was his friend, the one he said was harmless, the one I'd met once, smiling, polite, careful. The text wasn't explicit. That almost made it worse, because it meant history, connection, intention, and I wasn't part of it.
I put the phone back where it was. My hands were shaking, but my face stayed calm. Daniel came out of the shower, smelling like soap and routine. He smiled.
Kettle still hot?
I nodded. We sat at the table together, talking about nothing, laughing at something that wasn't funny. And all I could think was, how long has this version of you existed? I didn't confront him, not yet, because I needed to know if the lie would continue when given the chance to stop.
Later that night, I asked casually, "Did you hear from anyone today?" He didn't hesitate.
No, just work stuff.
That was it. That was the moment. Not the text, not the words on the screen, but the ease with which he erased me from the truth. That's when I understood. Betrayal isn't always about cheating. Sometimes it's about choosing secrecy over honesty, even when honesty is still possible.
I told him I'd seen the message. The color drained from his face. He didn't deny it, didn't get angry. He just said, quietly.
It didn't mean anything.
I asked him why he hid it. He said he didn't want to hurt me. And I realized he wasn't protecting me. He was protecting the version of himself that didn't want consequences. He said it was emotional, that it was in the past, that it never crossed a line. But lines don't disappear just because you pretend not to see them. I slept on the couch that night, not because I hated him, but because I needed space from the person I thought he was. In the morning, I packed a bag. He asked if I was leaving. I said, I'm choosing clarity over comfort. He didn't stop me, and that told me everything. I learned that trust isn't built by never looking, but by knowing that if you ever do, you won't regret it. Some texts are accidents, some truths are not, and sometimes walking away is the most honest thing you'll ever do. Sometimes the truth doesn't shout. It arrives quietly, in a message never meant for you to read. And in that moment, you learn something important, that love should never require you to look away from what your heart already knows. If this story made you reflect on your own boundaries, share what you would have done in her place. Your perspective might help someone who's standing at that same crossroads. And if you'd like to continue this journey of love, lies, and the lessons they leave behind, feel free to like, subscribe, and come back for the next episode.